Yeah, good morning, guys. So, in the last class, we have seen how to use the module controller, right? Wherein module controller will be used for reusability, script reusability. If I want to recall any of the request in the middle of the execution, then we'll use this module controller. Okay. Say here we need to understand if I want to split my request into multiple modules, small modules, and each module I want to use for reusability. Instead of within the script, I want to create multiple scripts, and each script I want to call, just like I explained. Like we have a, let us assume here, we take this launch, right? This is launch. So let me take this, let me remove this. This is launch, let us say this is login. Let us assume this is login. Let's remove the launch, login, then search. Oh, okay, we'll put that in a transactions. Let us say one more. So these four are common for all: launch, login, search, then select. Let us say product. For 10 of like the 7, 8 scenarios, we'll have the same flow up to this. Okay. So I'll put login under login, search under search, and this should be select. Right. After that, I have, let us say, add something like add details. After adding, I want to update. This is one scenario. Update is under term. Now, let me run this once. So you are getting all these: launch, login, search, select product, update. So like that, I have 10 or 7, 8 scenarios with this almost up to here the same flow. Only from here it is different. From maybe here you need to edit, cancel, and something else, right? Now here I want to split that into multiple modules. Okay, and for other scripts I want to use launch, login, these things. So if I want to split it, so here there is something called fragmentation. What do you mean by fragmentation? So here something called test fragment, right? Test fragment is nothing but it is also act as a, what I would say, a container. Okay. Let me remove this. I add from thread group. I can add from any level. So when I put any thing under this, like, if I put now, I run this. So this fragment is not executed. By default, it is disabled. But say if I put this fragment, right? So if I put some model controller here, where's model? Here, somewhere here. From here, I can connect to the test fragment, right? Inside that, I have one request. Oops. You see, launch, login, search, select product. After that, model controller is calling again launch. But without model controller, this will be like, hidden, disabled. Right? I don't want to be execute when I run. I want this to be executed only when I call. In that case, you can put that in a test fragment. By default, this is disabled. So if I see, I have removed this. Now when I execute, you'll see the difference. Launch, login, search, select product, update. This is right. If I now, because this is not executed test fragment, it is in hidden. So here what I'm doing, using model controller, I'm calling this. Now you can see the difference. So it is record. Say if I put that on a separate transaction control, what happens? That will be executed, that will be displayed here, right? Even that will also be executed. So I don't want to be executed. It should be executed only when I call. Then you can put it in a test fragment. It is nothing but container kind of thing. Okay, you can see this. This launch is again executed because I made it enabled. When I disable, it won't execute. It will execute only when I call. That is the use of test fragment. But we will use this for many purposes. Let us come back to this model controller. We have seen this. So let me remove this. Now I want to save some part of my script as a separate module. Okay. So let me remove this. Right. So here what I'll do is some part of your script, just select what all the things you want to select. Since launch, login, select till here, I want to make it as a separate fragment or separate section. Right. Yeah. Now, just select the transactions, right click and say save as test fragment. Okay. Fragmented script is different. Entire script is normal. Our Jmeter script is different. When I say save as test fragment, it will save this as a normal JMX file only. So you need to give any name to this. Say, I'll put this. I want to save somewhere. Oh, 9 here I'll put as, you can give any name, right? Fragment. I, you can give any name. That will save as a Jmeter file. Okay. Save. Right. Now these things I saved as a separate file. Now, if you go back and look there into the your Jmeter folder, I name that. See, it is saved as a JMX file, but actually it is not a Jmeter. You cannot directly open and run it. So I want to recall. See, instead of this, now I'll put this right now. Normally, when I run, what is executing here? Only add details update. Before add details, you need to launch login, right? What I'll do is I will add a include controller, logic controller. I will add a include controller. Before this, here you need to mention the path of your Jmeter. So this is the fragment section, right? So it will call this file. After that, it will execute these two. Okay. So when this is not executed properly, that means the path what we are giving might be not properly given here. So let us see the options. There is some empty, it says. Let me put this in the group. We are missing it out here. Yeah. Let me open this in a separate file and let us check. Let me open another Jmeter. It is the problem with the path. So here I'm opening that saved down. Fragment section. Yeah, so it is already saved as a thread group. So here, okay, that is the problem. Actually, it should save only these four. What is this? It is saved. Actually, it should save only these four. So this is not correct. Let me delete that and save that as a separate. Come back. Let me delete that. Save selection. No. Okay, not this one. Save as test fragment only. Fragment. Save. Let us see, let us try to open that. We cannot directly open, we need to open through Jmeter only. Normally, when you save it, save only those selected one as a fragment. For some reason, when I open, it should open only those. Yeah, now like this. Okay, so you should have not the thread group, only the fragment. Inside the fragment, I have launch login. Like this, you need to. It should save. Okay. Maybe if I have saved multiple times, it have saved this as save as means this saved as a separate file. But when you save as a fragment, you should see like this. Okay. This contains what launch login search products. This I want to call from another script. Let us go back to another script. So here I'll just comment out this. Here I want to browse this fragment. Now you can see what is executed. Launch login search select product add details. Sorry, update. So even if I don't have this, remove. Right? Here I have only what? Add details update with the include controller. Here is a string. When I run this, launch login search select product add details update. Okay. Yeah. So here you can see launch login. So like this, using include controller, I can call this thing from multiple scripts. I can call this one thread group, right? So I will add another thread group. This is another scenario. In that, I can add, or else I'll just copy paste. Yeah, Moses.
Oh, is this test fragment the same as the concept of a base class in Selenium?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Almost, but I'm not sure about Selenium. I'm not expert in that, but this
So it's a
more
class that
usable.
contains.
Sorry.
So in Selenium, right, a base class is a class that contains common codes used in the application, like common codes, like
Okay.
logging in, logging out.
Right. Right. You can say the same.
Okay.
So here I'll have like here I have add details, right? Here I can put like edit details. This separate scenario. Instead of updating, I want to cancel. Let's say this is one policy. To search for the policy, one scenario will cancel the policy, one scenario will update the policy, and another scenario will delete the policy. Let us assume. Okay. So here this is delete. Now when I execute this, let me put a dummy sampler in all. So when I have multiple threads, I need to add a view results tree at the test plan level. Okay. So normally you can have multiple scripts under one test plan. So this is how in real time you'll be creating the script. You'll create script separate. I mean separately. Once you complete, you will combine all the scripts into under one test plan. Now you can see okay. Now it is executing here. Run thread groups consecutive. This we need to select. When you have multiple thread groups, you need to select this one. Now you can see in an order. Launch, login, search, select product, add details, update. Then again launch, login, search, select edit. Then cancel. Then launch, login, search, or delete. Now here I'm not, every time we are not executing. So what happens at the time of execution, it would take less memory on your load generator. So this will save a lot of memory, and you can put more. If when you are saving memory, you can add more users. Okay. So in real time, if anyone can use these fragments, so they have the advantage. Okay. So this is how you use include controller. So normally you can give this as a relative path. Like if it should work in real time, it should work. Dot backslash forward slash. When I give this, not taking. Normally we'll give one single dot. Sorry, here. Fragment, right? I think this one already I did not remove it. Yeah.